Hello and welcome back to JomezPro coverage from the Glass Blown Open presented by Dynamic Discs. Our coverage supported by the PDGA. Here in Emporia, Kansas, BigSexy commentary with you, Nate Sexton and Jeremy Koling.
And we saw McBeth clean front nine, only 4 under, but man, Eagle ran into some trouble in the back, and next thing you know, just in 3 holes, McBeth able to make up 5 strokes on Eagle. Big swing. James Conrad, a nice front nine after a slow start on hole 1. But we see some moves there. We see some players putting some good rounds up. The conditions aren't quite as easy as they were during round 1, but much easier than round 2. Really excited to see some really strong action on this back 9 on the moving day.
Hole 10, par 3, 391 blind shot. Kind of going over the hill and down to the basket. You can see the OB flags right there on the right. OB far left as well. This is just a touchy shot. Fairway driver or mid-range. Slight turnover and hopefully just a little flex back to keep you out of that out of bounds. James with the trusty MD4. I'm pretty sure I gave him that one. It's got the team in of a wings. Great shot. And Rick. Oh, too much. Should be fairly close to the basket.
Yeah, it just really all depends on that spot. As a blind shot, it's going to be hard to really dictate exactly where that crosses for the group.
Paul. This is very neutral.
Yeah, challenging the ceiling, and the ceiling wins. He'll have a putt from about 40. Could have just as easily gotten through and had an ace run.
An eagle.
A really nice low flex. Again, that's challenging the ceiling as well, but it looks like it just got underneath it. That is a good result.
Speaking of ace runs, Brian Earhart, I played with him. Gotta shout him out. Lefty throws a Discraft Comet. Really not a good lefty wind blowing from the left. Oh, Rick very close there, saving the par. Just perfect dead center ace. Incredible shot. So big congratulations to Brian.
Caught on camera. Definitely go check out that shot from Brian Earhart. He was surprised. He couldn't hear the ace, didn't know it was in. The crowd was just going crazy, and he was just stunned.
Eagle for birdie.
And there's a tie back at the top with Paul missing his putt. A good bounce back after a 3-over stretch in the last 3.
And James in for birdie.
He's putting together a solid round right here.
6 birdies in his last 9 holes. That is something special.
Considering during round 2, we only saw 6 birdies in the front and 6 birdies on the back for the entire card combined.
That's crazy. And we're in for, when I check the forecast, it's looking like that wind is going to come back.
I hear it's even worse for the round 4. It's going to be a crazy finish.
Bonus coverage.
Yo, what is going on here, Nate?
We are looking at our chase card on hole 10. We're told they did something special. Anthony.
Oh, yeah.
Off the tree.
Got to call
right
that
to the pin.
You got to call that. But good thing we got FollowFlight, so we can show that if you missed it.
FollowFlight coming in. Perfect bank shot.
Yeah, I mean, you can't bank it any better than that. Anthony's a pro at calling those 391-foot banks.
Thomas Gilbert from Canada wearing a very nice shirt.
Is that your shirt?
Yeah.
Thomas looking fresh to death out here putting his tee shot about 12 feet away. Does not get the FollowFlight.
Better shot than Anthony.
And Chris Dickerson with a low, late turn, slide. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
I foresee a FollowFlight. Oh, yeah.
Oh, we got a double.
We got
Spicy red coming in low.
The picante.
And bank shot. And looks like AB wins that battle.
And we got Joel Freeman.
Joel. Pressure is on. Whole group is parked. What does Joel do?
I mean, that's even later turned than C Dick, and that's even closer.
Oh my gosh.
Triple FollowFlight? Oh, you got it. You got it right here.
Oh, yellow, orange into yellow.
You got the
Lower,
ketchup and
later,
mustard and the
skippier.
pickles. That's the relish ketchup and mustard right there, and we're going to see the hot dog bun.
Tommy G still makes the birdie. Man, what a grouping. This hole is not easy. 391 in the wind, blind with OB.
Star frame. This hole's just getting torn up. Brian
Ace
Earhart
in
with
it.
the ace, and
Yeah.
these guys just tapping it in. I mean, Thomas is feeling great about the birdie, but he kind of feels like a chump right now having to putt out.
Back to our lead card. Thank you guys for the bonus coverage from FollowFlight Mike. Hole 11, par 3, 399. OB left and long with that cart path. There is OB right, but it's unlikely our players will find it. Low, kind of quick hyzer, trying to come just inside the big tree is a great play. If you do get too close to the basket and hit that hard pan, you're most likely going out of bounds. James does exactly that.
Yeah.
Low hyzer inside the tree.
He is
just
really putting a phenomenal display
He's
on
about,
right
he's
now.
about to catch the leaders
Mm-hmm.
if he keeps this pace up. Man, FollowFlight City. The graphics department is
They're
working
on
overtime.
There's 3 cards at this coverage, and they're still having time to put graphics in. Distance meters on almost every hole.
When do you think the last time Mike closed his eyes was?
He probably slept back in July 2017.
That is crazy. Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, almost deserving of a FollowFlight, but I don't know if there's enough time in the day. Going back to Thomas Gilbert, you called him Tommy G. I feel like he has a great future as an R&B singer.
Oh, definitely.
Kind of like a Kenny G with that.
If you
He's
ever
got
get
the
the
hair,
chance,
too.
honestly, if you ever get the chance to hear Thomas saying, do not pass that opportunity up.
McBeth is probably the king of these kind of inconceivable skip and bounce shots. I mean, we've seen like 3 or 4 of them this year that are just like, no chance. And then my disc is going to hit something. He hit a dog and jumped over a 1-foot-high wall this year.
Not easy to do.
Not easy to do. And all 4 drives are somehow in bounds.
Rick went pretty long here. He's probably got a 50-footer.
And that was a nice little run. Not his traditional style, but having to keep it low and flat with that nose-up spin to try to combat the wind. Paul, the king of taking advantage of opportunities.
Got to do it. Back momentarily into the lead. Oh, no.
Oh, God.
We've seen a couple. That's the worst one yet by far.
Yeah.
But we've seen a few drop putts by James. That one was a real shocker.
Like it hurt my stomach.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just,
It just fell out of his hand.
Yeah.
I mean, not a lot of wind, not more than about 12, 13 feet. I mean, he could probably make that putt 100 straight times if he had another chance.
And it's like, I think of Kale LaVisca in those situations because he's a guy from that distance. He'll go through his entire routine every single time. And it's hard to do that because that's a putt that you can make with your left hand.
Yeah.
But, you know, to continue that routine, just over time, you avoid stuff like that. And James just rushed it. So it's tough, really tough breakthrough.
Hole 12 is 314. This is a great option. Eagle taking the forehand around the outside. Whoa.
Around the outside?
Funky, yeah. A little bit of weird action there, but he's still on the green. Paul gonna follow that line.
Yeah, that was strange to not skip. That looked so beautiful.
Oh, this is looking good. Woo. Right over the flag.
We talk so much about Eagle's ability to create that whip. So much power, so little effort. McBeth, for his size being maybe 8 to 10 inches shorter than Eagle, maybe even more. I mean,
He's not that much shorter.
he's
Maybe
yeah,
7 or 8. Maybe
Yeah,
7 or 8.
he's producing in maybe pound for pound 10% more than an Eagle.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm shocked to. A great looking throw from Rick, just a few inches off his line, but surprised to not see him go with that big sidearm.
I agree.
60 feet, forget about it.
Oh my gosh.
Forget about it, man.
And I played with Rick day 2, and he made a putt of similar distance from deep of the basket. So he likes this basket.
That was sweet.
Great shot, Rick. This is an MD5 putt.
Right side chains, and that didn't slow it down that much. He's still got some work. Yeah, he's maybe a foot closer than he just was. And is he going with the MD5 again?
No, I think he's back to a P2 now.
Okay. And that falls out. And I can't remember the last time I saw Eagle 3 putt. This is a round of some really strange, bizarre things going on.
Wow, and door wide open for Paul now.
2 strokes just like that, and all because of a funky skip off the green and inability to capitalize off the 3 putt. I mean,
game of inches, man. Never more true than that right there.
If you would have told me that Rick was going to gain 2 strokes on Eagle after that drive, after those 2 drives, I would have not known how that would have played out.
Frustrating for Eagle there.
Man, only 1 under, really surprising. You think you know what's going to happen sometimes, but man, this is definitely creating some interesting drama. And one thing disc golf fans like, it's drama, man.
Yeah, I have heard that about him. Hole 13, par 3, 394, OB cart path down the entire right side, OB rough on the left. Nice flat, hard thrown driver here. Keep it as flat as possible to minimize the giant skip. Oh, Paul has just thrown a shank. Very low, very flat, too flat, in fact, and he is out of bounds quite early. He's going to be giving a bogey right back to Eagle. If Eagle can capitalize, we might find ourselves tied really quickly.
James with a pretty nice shot there, just inside the circle perhaps, maybe outside. A little surprised to not see him go with the Star Thunderbird, just to keep it nice and flat, but inside the circle or right around it is always great.
This is definitely a hole you don't want to see the disc really straighten up. I'm guessing that's why he's playing. You'd rather have a little finish, and he throws that Thunderbird so straight. Even a little wind might just let it coast.
Ricky not happy at all with that release, but still got a pretty decent result out of it.
And Eagle, oh no. Can it get through?
I think
no.
I think it's going to work, folks.
Wow. He threw that right into a tree, and it got there still.
The crazy thing is we talked about Colton Montgomery acing this all air. Did the same thing. Hit the outside edge of those trees or the branches. I don't know how much of the tree he hit, but it corrected it enough to slam the all air ace. So
I did not know that.
Might be the play. I'm
going to think about that today.
Rick trying to go back-to-back. FollowFlight's just a bit low.
Eagle.
Let's see if Eagle can be the recipient of take advantage of the breaks.
For a share of the lead.
Yeah. Way to bounce back after a really frustrating 3-putt on the green. That's the way to do it.
Cool as a cucumber.
The sail continues. 47 feet for James.
No.
That is such a scary putt, man. Out of bounds is so close. You see that shot. If it hits metal and skips at all, no chance. You are out of bounds every time. I think that's something we should see more in the sport. The basket is such an opportunity for promotion, for graphics, to do that kind of stuff. Hats off to Dynamic for doing some really cool, innovative stuff in disc golf.
Hole 14, par 4, 751. OB fence on the right side, OB rock wall / golf green area here straight ahead, and OB cart path on the left. Couple gaps to choose from off the tee. Let's see what our players go with. Eagle's been really doing well with the wide forehand in over the years here, and he's going to go right back to that well.
Yeah, pushing that out, flipping it up just a bit. Believe that's his cloud breaker that he's really been loving for big flicks this season.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
This might have a little thriller action. Oh, yeah.
Just a bit.
Yep, it's going to roll back quite a ways.
Negative 80 feet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See, that's what I'm surprised we didn't see from Rick on hole 12.
Yep.
You know, he's got that such a weapon, and I can't figure out when he's going to go throw Anheuser backhand or throw sidearm, but I think he's figured out his game.
Yeah. So it appears he's had a decent measure of success.
He even won the World Championships out here on this very piece of property.
True. Got to be some good memories. James, super low.
Yeah, if that catches some edge. This grass isn't the most skippy in the world, but it manages to pop forward another 40 feet and kind of a prayer bid from 60 with that big cypress oak in the way. One of those mutant combo trees.
An eagle. Oh, wow. Surprisingly short.
Mm-hmm. But that ceiling seems to get lower by a foot every year.
Yeah.
A couple of years, those branches are going to be underground. That's how you throw it, right there. Pushing that ceiling low, heavy edge to get that skip inside the circle.
Sweet.
Exactly how you draw it up.
What a battle we've got going.
Mm-hmm. This is probably the most exciting battle of all season, it seems like. I mean, these guys are going... It's like a basketball game where you just see lead changes on every hole. You don't traditionally see that in golf.
Yeah.
Rick able to push it to the limit, as they say.
Yeah,
standing
on the razor's edge.
right there. Welcome to the limit.
And eagle. Big chance here to stay even with Paul. Wow. A little bit of float.
Gosh,
good
that's
effort.
so pretty to... Just such a little short stab to get that much power behind it is really cool.
Yeah. All about that spin rate.
Mm.
Whoa.
Rick. You can't believe it.
Sometimes you just need a moment after a putt like that.
Yeah, I mean... No!
What?
Oh, and I'd say that was partly bad putt, but mostly partly bad
I'm gonna
push
go
out.
90% bad luck.
Yeah. As they say in Fly the Concords, mostly a good putt, but mostly a bad spit out.
Is that what they say?
That's not exactly what they say, but
I gotta rewatch that series.
it's like
I think I missed a couple things.
it's a deep cut that isn't even really that pertinent, but you know, my mind wanders, and you guys just have to come to expect that at this point. I won't apologize.
Hole 15, par 3, island green, 438 feet. Anything that goes OB has to go to that drop zone at the divergence of those cart paths. These guys are going to throw wide hyzers, all of them. Distance driver, try to keep it sweeping, try to keep it moving left throughout rather than that stall shot that's not really going to get the travel left that you need to get into this basket. So I'm expecting sort of a low line sweeper. And there she is. This is really wide, though. Is this even inbounds? No, it isn't. He just hit the tree, rolled OB. He's going to have to go to the drop zone. It is not even an easy 4 from there.
What is going on in round 3 moving day?
I do not know.
There's a lot of moving going on, but it's just kind of like the back and forth kind of move.
Not the kind the players have in mind, exactly. James goes Thunderbird straight at it, a little short. Rick is also very, very wide. But he's inbounds and taking a friendly roll, and he's there.
Really friendly. Good speed control to get the disc to curl back to the pin.
Paul super high.
A little bit of that left to right wind, really having to go extra high to combat that and push to the left at the end. You can't throw it much better than that. This is a difficult drop zone because you can't see the base of the pole. Really throws off that control, and you don't know how much the basket or the ground slopes behind the pin. It's so easy to leave this approach short. Eagle goes a bit long.
Good shot on the hole, though.
Yeah, altogether you'll be happy with that, but not happy with the result of bogey at best.
James from way back. Decent effort. Ricky with a birdie. Moves to -5 on the day. Eagle bogeys. Sitting at just -1.
He really has had the full rainbow on his card all day. It's just been up and down roller coaster in a way that we haven't really seen from Eagle in the past. And to think that he shot 8 under yesterday with 30 to 35 mile an hour gusts, and he's just barely, is he even under par for this round?
He's 1 under.
1 under par for the round, and with 20 miles an hour less wind to speak of. It's, it's a game of 6 inches, and, maybe he's in his head a little bit today. And that battle continues with
Paul back to a 2-shot lead. It feels like we've had a 2-stroke swing every other hole here.
It's crazy.
Hole 16, par 3, 383, island green, obviously, over all this water. You see players go backhand mid-range or forehand driver, maybe backhand fairway driver, or if you're James Conrad, you might even think about a backhand putter if the wind was down. We'll see what these guys go with. This looks like Ricky's going to go layup play. He just wants a 3.
I haven't seen Ricky go for it much over the last couple of years. I think he's just kind of, he's taken his medicine. He's learned from past mistakes. He's willing to take that one. A 3 on this hole is 3/4 of a stroke better than the field is averaging. Yep. So you're making up strokes on most of the field. And Paul's also going for the safe play. With a 2-stroke lead, that's the play to go with.
Well, they're both known as safe players, where somebody like me goes for the green every time because I'm more of like a, all out all the time type of guy.
I can't even with you sometimes, dude.
I've never laid up, so.
You're the safest player of all time.
Never laid up on this hole.
Have they ever called you Nate Safeton, or is that the only thing they call you?
I've never heard it. Another layup, and here is a man after my own heart, going with that low forehand, powering it onto the green.
Oh, that needs to settle down, though.
It better start hooking up. It might be deep.
Gone.
Tree, help him. Help him. Yeah.
Oh, no, it's safe.
That was sweet.
No debate about that one this year. There was a little bit of controversy last year, and wow, Eagle on the green. So hard to do. And we were going to a straight headwind, so we were seeing so few shots even try to go for the green.
Whoa.
And Rick is...
I think he might have... No, he didn't.
That's going to have to go to the drop zone.
No,
does he approach?
I think he goes
it's
to the
only
island.
the tee?
Yeah, I think once he's established safe position.
To the green?
I think he gets to advance, yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure. I thought that you'd have to establish safe on the green.
Time will tell.
It always does. McBeth is on safely in 2. And yeah, I guess Ricky does get to take it up to the green.
I think it's just an island for the tee shot. Oh, no.
And that is such a scary putt. The reward getting on the green, great, but still 30 feet with the wind just flapping around.
Good par from James. Paul in for par. And Rick is going to have this for bogey. Now where's he headed?
These orange Big Beat AVRs, these are, I don't know when he started putting with these, but he traditionally stays with the same putter for a long time, and these are brand new. Not sure when he put them in the bag. Either way, Eagle in for his par. Not something you see too much when drives land safe on the green.
Yeah, it's a fairly big island. You know, you can definitely have an outside circle putt. It's a scary one to run because it's all sloping away right to the water.
Sure.
Hole 17, par 4, 806. OB down the entire left side and right. Then you've got the basket far right here. So players are going to go kind of like a driven low turnover to flexing back. Kind of an S shot is going to be ideal. So we've seen some of these guys go with insane distance here, considering all the trees and out of bounds. This guy's one of those guys. This is not flipping over, though. I think he's going to be out of bounds. Ooh. Yep. Barely.
Oh, is that on the... Doesn't look like there's a painted line. It's just flags. But
barely out of bounds.
Yeah, that's just an inch or two away from a great position.
This needs a flip quick. Did that just fall out of the sky?
I think it got smacked down from that tree without leaves.
Okay. This is burned over too much. Safe, but very short.
I'm really surprised to not see Eagle not go for the forehand play because that forehand gets you down to the right where it's a lot more open. Again, I don't know if I should ever question these guys' choices. It's just it's such a high percentage shot for him, seems like these days.
Man, we didn't come in the booth to not get to question some guys. That's our right. We might be wrong, but we're certainly going to question.
Fair enough. Eagle going for that forehand second shot. Got to watch out for the OB on the green up here because that does come in play.
That is a surprising mistake.
Yeah.
A little too aggressive maybe. You know, you really don't need to be, if you're going to play for 4, you really don't need to press it all the way up there.
That's true. There's just not many open spots to go attack the pin, and that's why this hole's been #1 handicap now 2 of the 3 rounds.
Oh, no way.
Woohoo!
That's the farthest I've seen anyone get.
Again, another player stepping up and pushing it to the limit.
Oh, yeah. Paul looking to save a par here after the out of bounds.
That would truly be something.
Pretty amazing. Wow, stops. Stays in bounds. He's got a tester putt.
And we saw Johnny McRae go OB5 in round 1. Almost had a chance to see that again, but Paul's actually got a chance for 1 stroke better. Just catching the outside edge of that ovular standing juniper.
Eagle overstable mid-range.
And that will be for his 5.
James. Ooh, got that left for par.
Fun little floaty slow shot. Let the wind push the disc down.
Uh-oh. Rick with a birdie bid.
And that's going to be a headwind from 30.
Tough putt coming back. Paul, 38 feet. Yeah, great par. See that one more time.
That's a right to left headwind. Beautiful height control, nose angle control, fighting the wind perfectly. And Rick's got the left to right headwind. And that is going to be a drop shot. Oh, no. So trouble on the green for Ricky and James, and Eagle going to walk away with a 6. No, yeah,
a
5.
Yeah.
Yeah, par 4.
Yeah,
and
Paul opening up biggest lead so far, I think. 3 shots.
Yeah, 3 strokes, so 3 bogeys on the hardest hole of the day. 4.84 average. The hole's just been a bruiser.
Yeah, it has. Hole 18, par 4, 673. 2 really schools of thought here. You can go long off the tee and set up a shot under these low limbs as the drone is flying, or you go short right off the tee over by the women's tee and then play spike hyzer over the water to the pin. I think we'll see a little bit of both maybe from these guys.
Yeah, with this headwind, definitely not going to see the attacking going for this, like the third landing zone, I'd say, shot that we saw in round 2 with the big tailwind.
Paul playing that layup. He's going to set up a hyzer from there. James, not a forehand thrower, so I expect him to go big.
Yeah, nice height, nice turn into the headwind. Should be an Anheuser mid-range approach. There's a few trees that really make that gap narrower than you'd probably feel really comfortable with. Eagle just pitching up the sidearm.
Get out of the mud pits.
You should be free of those Princess Bride mud traps. What's it called? The fire swamp?
Yeah.
The fire swamp.
Rick has gone pretty low here. Not again.
Oh,
wow.
goodness.
He
Yeah.
had an issue with that earlier, just kind of getting caught up on that path.
It's a pretty long carry to cross that water forehand if you're trying to go for the longer landing zone. It's not that far to get that pitch high sidearm over to the right.
Yeah. Eagle up onto the dance floor, a little outside the circle.
That is a scary putt that just leads away from the basket to a out-of-bounds line that's inside the circle's edge.
This looks like a nice shot. Stay on the high side. Little forward skip.
Oh, yeah, the pro forward roll.
Lovely.
And McBeth on the high side of things. Again, that's a scary place to be. But, yeah, right on the edge of the circle. Hard to really describe how scary that putt can be, though. And yeah, look at that window.
Little tunnel, stay up.
Oh man, so close.
Not quite. Decision time.
There's no decisions here. Well, yeah, that's just a layup.
That's a decision.
I suppose. I can't imagine he spent much time factoring in going for that one.
Probably
though.
not. I would have thought. I kind of thought this guy might have
That
gone
was a
for
surprise.
it.
Well, with a 3-stroke lead and Eagle already laying up,
Yeah,
you know,
smart play.
yeah, you can lose 2 strokes really quick. You miss that putt and goes out of bounds. And yeah, Rick doesn't have to think much about that. That's up and in for an impressive birdie on the final hole. One of the harder holes and a really great change to this course. I have to take my hat off once again to Dynamic for all the changes they made to this course. I really think that they've designed an incredibly fair, challenging, and technical, which is hard to do
And fun.
on a golf course. And it is quite fun, yeah. And when the wind picks up, as it's going to during the last round,
Less fun.
it's going to be a lot less fun. But look, in calm conditions, look at all that red for our lead card. I mean, this is that says a lot about the course design. It says a lot about the challenge that this course presents.
I don't know if I'd quite call it calm conditions, but fairly calm.
And look at
Here
that.
is our top 10 list. Our lead card remains unchanged.
And you're going to see the same exact guys come out here tomorrow and battle at these 40-mile-an-hour gusts. Eagle McMahon is really showcasing how impressive that 8-under was in round 2, that with an even round, he's going to stay up there in second place, 3 strokes back of Paul McBeth. We're going to be here for round 4. We know we're going to see you guys tomorrow. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be windy. Who knows what's going to happen.
Subscribe and come on back. The action is just starting to heat up.